Welcome to my channel. My name is Angie, and on this channel, I talk about different topics of self-transformation and things like that, self-development. I just also talk about feminine energy and self-transformation as a woman. On this topic, today I'm going to talk about feeling loved and supported. It might sound a little bit strange as a title, how to feel loved and supported, but it's what this video is going to be about. Just how to feel loved and supported. What does this mean, and a little bit of background on this topic? Sometimes we have that feeling of I am not supported and I have to do it all by myself. A lot of us just have it. And it's sometimes the problem is when it becomes our embodiment. It becomes part of us and part of our personality, and as it was for me. I don't know why, but for me, for a long time, it has been part of my life and part of my embodiment. Maybe since I was a child, I had that idea, or maybe that trend, or I don't know how to express that tendency. I meant to just be independent and simply do things by myself. Maybe this has to do with the fact that I'm also a human design manifester. I learned this later about myself, simply just in the last year, but it all makes sense that it's exactly how I see the world and how I feel and how I do things. Um, I'm a doer, and sometimes I just feel like being independent and starting the thing. Sometimes I just feel like other people will slow me down. I also have this when I have to work with other people, and I simply feel like doing the thing myself. And I also have that tendency that manifestors have to start things and not inform other people, just simply start since I was a child. But sometimes this is not healthy. This has to do also. This has also to do with a stage in feminine development that we just feel like we have to do things by ourselves and feel not supported. So for a long time, I knew that I had to work hard because no one will support me. Maybe also this is also related maybe to the fact that I'm a manifester, the fact that I not always got along very well with people. Maybe we have that aura that brings people away. Just we push people away. We are active people starting things, just doing things fast, and also push other people away. And in fact, I didn't have a lot of friends while growing up, and I simply knew that my social relationships, my social skills were not the best thing that I knew how to do. They were something that never really helped me. In fact, what helped me progress in life and in school and everything was always my mind and hard-working nature. My work simply, not social relationships, because I know that a lot of people simply um, have that support and have friends or other people who support them, and they just know how to handle social relationships. But I never felt that. I just felt that my strength was simply working hard and simply my also my mind and organization skills in my life. So, for example, I will mention a bit extreme example, but it was part of my life that when my mom died, she died about 7 years ago from cancer. And when that happened, just some weeks, maybe to a month after my mom's death, I was in school at the time at university and I had the midterms. And with those feelings that I had in my heart, when someone this important in your life dies, I still studied really, really hard because I knew that no one cared, and that was I was repeating in my mind, just study hard, do the thing, just do it, get organized, just read, study, and because no one will care. Next, I was in the last year of university, and I uh, thought that next year I will have to start working, and no one really cares. Do employers care about this, or just do I need to uh, finish school, finish university in another year? No, I didn't think that was an option. I didn't want that. So with that thing, I just studied harder, and in fact, I was already a really good student, but my grades improved a little bit, and I was very close to straight A's. Just also working so hard. And I had in my mind that idea that I'm not supported, and whatever happens to me, no one cares. No one cares. Like other people don't care, don't. And what will help me in my life is only my hard work, and even my, maybe let's say, emotionless nature, strong strength that I had in myself and I felt in myself. I really also felt strong by being somewhat emotionless and focusing on the goals. And in fact, that helped me. My grades helped me because next year I really applied for a job and at the university to teach at the university. So I got the job because of those grades and studying at that time that I was in my last year of doing my master's degree. So I always had that in me. This was just one example, but a lot of times I want to say that that became my way of thinking, and just also my part of my self-identity as I saw myself, part of my personality. And I knew that what is special, let's say special about me, and my competitive advantage, let's say, was being organized and working hard. And my social relationships should never be helpful or just solve any problem or give every value or everything to my anything to my life. So I just felt that way for a long time. Um, and a lot of people were surprised about how I could do that, or how I got those grades in the situation that I was, because it was even in my family it was hard, because um, my mother died at when I was 22, and I also had to be supportive to my father and sister, yes, but also to my grandparents, so to her parents. And they, of course, they were supportive to me, but I had a bad situation in my living situation with my father, my sister, and we also invited our grandparents that were not living with us before, but we invited them to live with us. They helped us a lot, but uh, in that emotional phase, it was really more difficult for them, I suppose, than for maybe me and my sister that were young. And of course it's more easier to when a parent dies than when a child, then was for them was more difficult, I mean. So I was in a bad situation, and it just became part of my identity, not only in this situation but also from before. I want to say that I'm not supported and I'm a strong person, maybe even emotionless. Uh, and it's where this becomes a problem. It becomes a problem when it puts us in a fight or flight state. Like I was at every moment in a fight or flight state, uh, which means like I had my to-do list. I was every time, at every moment, just doing something, even mundane things like a routine or things like that. I never stopped. I just felt like if I stopped for a moment and um, relaxed for a moment, uh, just like the world was going to end, or my world was going to end, because I needed to constantly be doing something, in that fight or flight state when you need to do everything by yourself. I've heard maybe you need to Google this, or um, from my mentor and my coach, let's say, because I followed a lot of her programs, that she calls this stage the self-aware Barbie stage of the divine feminine development. And I really feel like I was in that stage. That's why her work resonates a lot with me. So it's the self-aware Barbie stage. If you search for this term, you will find her description of this stage. It's the Universe Guru, her channel. But I really felt on this stage, whatever name you put to that, or how you can describe that, it's a stage when you don't feel supported in that fight or flight stage, that feeling that you if you relax or stop, the world is going to end. Like, will something bad will happen? That idea, like feeling. I will just mention an example: being followed by a tiger all all the time in that fight or flight state. And the tiger was my to-do list, the list of things that I had to do to since when I started the day until I finished the day. Not just enjoying the moments or even